See you, TMG.
I mean, is Pep the GOAT? Does this treble surpass Ferguson's treble? This is the second time he's the second. I think the first man to have 2 trebles.
Talking to a man, talking to Sir Alex right in his face, man. For me, I favour Pep.
And why?
Multiple countries. He's done it in multiple countries.
Yep.
He's done it with multiple iterations of teams. Especially you can show it, shown it now with the City team. Where he's gone, he's changed the game. Everywhere he's gone, he's changed the game.
Internationally for those teams as well.
Yep. He's implemented styles, and you can see it in the reflection of how other teams around the leagues try and play. No one tried to imitate Ferguson's style. I think Ferguson was more of a man manager rather than a tactician. Pep changes the game because you're gonna see teams come next season with 3 centre backs and try the 2 pivots. You're gonna see people try to copy that. So I'm very impressed with what Pep's done. His resume as well now with this trouble kind of cemented. And I think you have to say that, you know, he is the greatest manager of this generation, from what I know. Guys can go back to Arrigo Sacchi. Guys can talk about maybe Ancelotti's record, winning multiple Champions Leagues as well. Guys can speak about Sir Alex, obviously himself. Can go back to the older days, talk about Bob Paisley.
Research, wow.
You can go back, man.
According to Full Manager, the other one's Ernest Happel.
Is he Austrian?
Yeah.
And he managed Bayern.
He managed all the teams, man. But in terms of the Hall of Fame for managers, I think he's up there with Ferguson, or he's right up there.
You can talk about Jupp Heynckes, but man got sacked after winning champs. It's a crazy thing. But man. Pep's resume is very cemented. He's so dominant as well in the leagues, man. It's like, what, 90 points? He's averaging like 91 points in like a season. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I have to give Pep the accolades, man.
So according to Foot Manager, Ferguson's first Hall of Fame 5,000. What's his name? Pep second, Mourinho third, Ancelotti fourth, Trapattoni 5th, Bob Paisley 6th, Lukaku Shakhtar Donetsk 7th, Willie Mailey Celtic Scottish manager 8th, Winners 9, Otmar Hitzfeld 10.
I know about Otmar Hitzfeld. It was Switzerland.
Yeah.
Hey, Mourinho, man, flip. Mourinho, man.
Arsenal 21st.
Shout out to him. Top 20.
You know.
Someone who knows about him can't talk to him.
Hey, Jock Stein.
Where's Mourinho on that list?
Third.
Mourinho, do you know what it is? If he had evolved with modern football,
He was right up there.
it would have been that. He
He's
was
up there. He's up there though. How high do you want to be?
There's separation.
There's separation now, man. To be fair,
It's a different era.
He's a different era. He didn't evolve, and he started chasing titles. And when Mourinho doesn't win, he grates players. So I think Mourinho's next step is international football. I think Pep's as well.
You think?
Yeah. Pep said he's leaving after these next 2 years, so.
I mean, he's done it all.
And I wonder what Man City have in store. I think they're probably looking at the Zerbi.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Because Pep's not afraid to copy as well, because he said he's been copying the Zerbi, copy some of what Arteta's done. So
yeah, I mean the best ones are, you know, they don't necessarily always reinvent the wheel. They just adapt and add a little piece here and there. I mean, like even me at a much lower level, when I do my drills, I see a lot of drills online and just implement it and try to adapt it to what I need my boys to be specifically learning. But that's literally about it. But flipping, for me, it's Pep the goal. Like I said, there's a table for 2, him and Ferguson. I slightly give him ever slightest of edges. A lot of the points you mentioned, I agree with as well. He's done in different countries, different cultures, different languages. He's, you know, changed the game of football the way it's played. You know, not just at the top level, youth level as well.
Yep.
Tactically, he's innovated the game. youth development of players. He's done it. You know, academy graduates. He's done it buying players. So even if some of the players he's brought in made them better, like Sir Sterling and Grealish, some of the players he's already had from the academies, he's made better. He has a big part to play in arguably the greatest player of all time, or definitely top 2, Messi. Ferguson can counteract that by saying Ronaldo, whoever you want to see in terms of who's done a better job developing which player. I'll probably give Ferguson the edge because Ronaldo was more of a developing edge, if that makes sense, than Messi.
But then you would say that, but the true Messi came out under Pep. Pep enabled Messi to be what he was, and Messi's best season ever was under Pep.
It is. I mean, Ferguson
never had Ronaldo's best season.
Ferguson had the start of it. Unfortunately, Ronaldo left for Madrid. But I mean, Ferguson the biggest reason for, in my opinion, in terms of the coaches, or on him, where he's gone from a good player, world class player, to all-time great. Like,
if we actually see,
he took the biggest jump under Ferguson. That makes sense.
If we actually look at attacking players and see who has the best, let's say, who has had brings the most out of his attacking players, you'll be shocked who it will be.
Mourinho does a lot for sure. He does the numbers. He does.
Mourinho gets the best out of his attackers every single time.
Flipping. So they both, like, player developing wise, they're both equal, in my opinion.
Pep and Sir Alex.
Pep and Sir Alex, yeah.
I think Pep gives his players. I think Sir Alex brings the most out of his players. In terms of bringing the most out of average players, Sir Alex is the best in the ever to ever do it. Like guys like Full Neville, Darren Fletcher have careers just off the back. John O'Shea, like have careers just off the back of playing on the Sir Alex. Like no one else will they make it like that.
But
yeah, wow.
So is he the reason that the England team is shit then?
Who?
Ultimately, is it down to Fergie?
Fergie.
No,
obviously, if Man United are the most dominant team, and you got guys that are only playing well because of a system, when they come to England, you won't function. England had other problems outside of Man United.
But that's a big one.
You
can't not play Fergie's players. That as well. You can't be.
Hey, Carrot didn't play. Carrot, ugly not playing Carrot cost England. Because imagine if Carrick played.
And Hargreaves, to be honest.
Different politics.
No, Carrick offers a different lineup. Mention in international football, Carrick will be a star because he controls the game.
I mean,
and he dictates the tempo.
England just lacked a good coach. The coach was just good enough to handle all those personalities, and he wasn't big enough to
How about Capello?
I mean, he wasn't able to. He was on the decline. He wasn't able to do it. But the coach wasn't good enough to. Let's say, okay, cool. You have Carrick, Gerrard, and Lampard, or Carrick, Scholes, and Lampard, or Carrick, Gerrard, and Scholes, Lampard's on the bench. Whoever's performing the best, basically. And if you're not playing well, you come off, then it comes in. So they want to try to fit all those guys in.
Hey, trying to fit them out. We've got Scholes on the right mid. That obviously doesn't hinder. You know what? I think Pep would have found a way to play all of those guys and make them play to their best, mate.
Maybe, but you may have to drop someone. You can't.
I would have played Carrick. I would have played Carrick or Hargreaves as the deep line. Gerrard and Lampard. And I say, Gerrard, you're the box to box. Lampard, you're the advanced playmaker, and Carrick, you're the metron.
Yeah, that would have worked. And then if the game was getting
away,
you
play 4-3-3, and then take one on one for when the game's getting away.
If the game's getting away, you need some control. Bring the likes of Scholes in. But flipping, Pep, all those stuff. What I would say Ferguson, the one thing he does have for Pep, which Pep will never prove, is obviously managing at lower levels and still proving to be as successful.
Aberdeen. It was a different type of football.
Aberdeen, but so he was able to do it at Aberdeen, and 40-year period.
You don't think if you take Pep back 40 years and he said he's going to implement his style of football, he could have made an impact?
Potentially, yeah. I'm not sure he would have made it, but would he be able to do it with a weaker team? We wouldn't know. I mean, it's not something he has to prove per se, but that's a cap in Ferguson's column, or taking Ferguson's column, and it's very close. Like I said, same. My outtake is this: Messi and Pep, they either became the GOATs in the same season, or they both looked the main competitors right in the eye. They both made inarguable cases. They made cases you can't dispute. And so, Pep and Messi, they right off to the sunset in the same season.
Looked at Ronaldo in the eye and said,
So Ronaldo, Messi looked Pele in the eye, and Pep is looking Ferguson in the eye. It's on the same table.
Hey, man. Keep looking at the table, man. Shout out to Pele, man.
Messi and Pep, like I said, most people will say them as they go, and I mean, I won't argue either. I mean, for me,
you can't argue that.
I can't argue either. They both made inarguable cases. For me, I give Pep the slight edge. And in terms of football wise, in terms of players wise, Messi and Pele, I think by the slights of ticks. it's still just about Pele. But Messi, if you want to say Messi, I'm gonna say fair play. It's fair play.
Remember that episode 50? When we have episode 150, we should have this again. We'll talk about this again. Being successful here, right now. I want him right here, right now. I want to cook him.
We need to get
get him here right now.
Get the visuals out. But flipping, yeah, that's that on Pep. Shout out to Pep. And he may put some daylight between him and the rest.